Let's go do the next quest! Yay! There we go. And K10, huh? Oh, it's over there. It's on the other side. Okay. So we're gonna try something different. As everybody knows, I'm doing everything I can to avoid actually doing Rhapsody of Benedil. Because in my opinion, it spoils a lot of things. It feels like it's a paradoxical situation. It's a paradoxical quest line, in a way. Because someone from the future who knows you is like, oh, yeah, do all this stuff, essentially. And it's like, why am I doing this stuff? And it causes you to cross into, like, running into characters and running into story plots that are revolve around the expansions before actually doing the expansion story. So it's like, the less we have to do of that, the better. I gotta talk to you. Welcome to the Commission's Agency. You have completed mercenary registration procedures. One moment, please. I have you registered as Bodum under Salahim's Sentinels. Your paperwork appears to be in order. I shall now give you an explanation of assault. The main type of work we have available here at the Commission's Agency. Assault is the name given to a series of missions being conducted by the Imperial Army in the heart of the enemy territory. Our function is to commission mercenaries with these missions as set forth by the Empire. To participate in an assault mission, you must first attain an Imperial Army ID tag. The Imperial Army ID tag will identify you as a legitimate assault participant. The personnel at this counter will provide you with an Imperial ID tag. Please be aware that only one can be issued every day Earth time. And we are only able to hold up to 3 for you. Mercenaries that have a confirmed mission will not be issued an Imperial ID tag. To once again become eligible to receive an Imperial ID badge tag, please report to this counter after completing an assault mission. Next, I shall explain how to sign up for an assault mission. You will see a number of counters here to your left. Each of these counters is responsible for a particular assault area. The personnel at these counters will give you a detailed explanation of the available assault missions. However, you will only be able to undertake assault missions that correspond to your mercenary rank. The Commission's agency is prohibited by Imperial law from disclosing mission information to persons without the proper level of clearance. After selecting a mission, present your Imperial Army ID tag for verification. Assault missions are only open to mercenaries of level 50 or above. Please be sure your job is of the appropriate level before signing up. This concludes the explanation for assault participation. Next, I will list some points to remember when beginning an assault mission. Assault missions have a minimum member requirement. This figure represents the number of party members who must be present in order to begin the mission. Please form a party with a significant number of members who have all signed up for the same assault mission. After forming a party, make your way to the mission staging point located at the entrance of the tactical assault area. To facilitate a speedy journey to the staging point, I would suggest utilizing the runic portal within the chamber of passage located opposite this building. Please be aware that in order to utilize the runic portal in the chambers of passage, you must attune yourself to the runic portal found at the staging points in question. Under normal circumstances, use of a runic portal will deplete your Imperial standing. However, persons in possession of assault orders are exempt from this discharge. Yep. That's why we opened up all 5 for future use. Upon arriving at the staging point, a representative from your assault party should speak with the immortal on duty to receive verification of command. The verified representative should then activate the runic seal at the entrance to begin the assault mission. This concludes the basics for beginning an assault mission. Next, we will cover the main points to consider during the mission itself. When an assault mission begins, you'll be transported to an area where the level of enemies is based on the highest level member of your party. Oh, great! If it is also possible to accept a voluntary level restriction during assault. In this case, your party will be sent to an area based upon the adjusted level limit. Okay. Once you have arrived in the area, the time limit for the mission will be announced. If you do not complete the mission objectives within this time, the mission will be considered a failure. To successfully complete a mission, it is necessary to activate the Rune of Release that appears after a mission objective has been fulfilled. It is possible to abandon a mission and be transported out of the assault area by using homing fireflies to guide you. Naturally, the mission will be considered a failure in this case. Before being transported to the assault area, all party members will be issued with homing fireflies. Homing fireflies are temporary items that cannot be taken out of an assault area. Other temporary items will also be available during assault missions. This concludes the assault mission explanation. Lastly, I will give you an overview of the rewards available successfully completing an assault mission. After successfully completing an assault mission, the Empire will reward you with assault points. These points are only awarded for participation in assault missions and are accumulated separately for each area. Each area has specific items available that can be purchased in exchange for assault points. You can check your assault points totals and purchase items from the counters to your left. Ooh. Thank you for visiting the Commissions Agency. Please do not hesitate to ask me any questions concerning. Learning the assault mission application procedure. That was a lot. That was a lot to actually understand. Like, if you're wondering, assaults are kind of annoying to do. Ooh, Scalper. It's got Afterglow. He's got the Kraken Glove. What? That's messy. I wonder if they'll ever make like a higher tier version of the Kraken Glove. Can you imagine a 119 version? Like, that'd be pretty. That'd be a pretty. And yeah, it should be set up as the only way you could get it. You can get the 119 like version of a Kraken Club. Is to pretty much have the Kraken Club and then put in like a bunch of items and materials and stuff into it. And like, if you manage to pull it off, it shouldn't be easy either. It should be like the hardest thing in existence to do. And if you do it, it's like, it does like way more than what a normal Kraken Club does. I forgot to mention about Mog Lockers. Seeing as we're so concerned for the welfare of our employees, we offer a Mog Locker service to each mercenary for their own personal use. We know how much of a hassle it can be carrying all your equipment and materials with you while you're trying to do your job. Of course, you gotta turn out your own pockets for it. You're gonna have to talk to Fabron and Stone Surface Square if you want details on how to use a mock locker. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. Now get to work. That's in order. And I have 11. Oh wait, it's this one. Yes. This is the Center for Mob Locker Administration and Expansion. How may I help you? This is a doghouse. Okay. Administration. Your current Mob Locker lease is valid until 7/16/20. 2025. That's like, and like, that's in like half an hour. These expansions are valid for a period of 107 Earth days. To expire, you will lose access to the items. Lose access to the items stored within your block locker. Please be assured that these items will not be permanently lost or confiscated. Regaining access requires you to pay a fee of 1 bronze. Expansion. Hold starting. Your eye will be expanded to hold 40 for a fee of 4 Imperial Mithril pieces. Oh. I didn't know you could expand the lockers. It is possible to extend the availability. You choose this option, however, the lease extension granted for the fee to 100 days. Furthermore, the remaining time on your current lease will be reduced to 5/7. Yeah. Because I would like to be able to use it anywhere. Let's see. Let me just double check some. Because I thought you could just give a bunch of like Imperial coins to the point where it's like, oh yeah, your mod house is your mod locker is open forever for like. Let me see something. Let me go to the auction house real quick. Because it would help if I had this open up all the way. For, let's see, 10, 15, 16, 17, 20. I would need 20 for that. 4 metal. This isn't the auction house. Get it away. I have the money. I'll get everything we need. How much for 99 of these? 80K for 99? So if I give him an 80, I wonder, like just a stack of 99. I need 4 of these. Five, 6, 7. How much is it? Might be able to pull off getting 10, at least 10 of these. It would just put me down to 1 million or less. I mean, I could get the money back because I have max sparks now. Four. I kind of don't like being below 1 million though. It is kind of, but it's fine. That will put us at... That's 10. Because if we're gonna be playing this, if we're gonna try to get back into this, we might as well just. Well. Your Moglies is now available until November 23rd, 2013, Earth time. That gives me plenty of time. There you go. The Moglies, you can now hold all the items. So now we gotta give him 2 of these. Three of these. And I think it's 5 of these too. And in order to get the 80, I have to give him 10 gold. But I'm not putting that money out. So my my Mog lease is gonna last until pretty much the end of next year. Like November of next year. Yep, there it is. That's a long time. To have a year, like 80K for over a year and a half, pretty much. That's literally what I paid. And for a bunch of brawn pieces. Imperial brawn pieces, 99 of them. So anyway, let's let's turn this quest. Let's do this mission. Oh wait, I have to zone for a second. Yeah, boy, let's go. Let's go. Just someplace random. Oh. Oh, it looks like it's raining. Because the ground, the parking lot looks wet. That's not cool. Excuse me. Alright, I zoned. What do you got for me? More suffering? Sounds like more suffering. Yeah, she's got more suffering. Oh ho! Well, if it isn't Bodum, how you been? Getting used to the way things are done around here? You're in luck, because I happen to be in a pretty good mood today. Our profits have been starting to look up since you joined us. Maybe you brought us some luck, traveler. I've also got this persistent fella feeling something good is going to happen today. I have returned. Oh, it's him. It's about time. What the hell took you so long? Did you deliver the surprise package to every blasted member of the Immortals? Oh, but surely you didn't get lost on the way or get your supplies package stolen or say anything like that, did you? Wouldn't make a difference even if you were the Sandalarian Temple Knights. You will call me Raya. Everybody knows who that is, by the way, right? You know who this is, really. That's Tryon. Spoilers. I mean, you can look at him and know. Oh, that was your name? You have to forgive me. These damn foreign names are so hard to remember. You're gonna have to write that one down before I forget you completely, Sir Knight. You would do well to remember. Lend me that sheet of parchment. She does that stuff on purpose. Because then she gets you to write your name on something, and then it's like, you gotta be pulling my tail. How in the blazes do you read this? Ryla fan? You're a yeah, pronounced like that, like really fun or something? Really fun. What's that? It's not an N. That is no N. The last letter is an L. I tell you, an L. Oh, it's really... I'm with her. Some of these names are actually really confusing to say in this game. I have a really weird sense of humor, Sir Ryfen. But I'm afraid you won't get any chuckles that way in Ogan. Our comedy is much more sophisticated than your nation's, obviously. But whatever. You've accomplished your task, which means you finally made it into Salahim's Sentinels. At least that says something for you. Oh, damn riffle. Welcome to the world of private second class. You better prepare yourself for the jobs I'm gonna give you. Second class. Bonum? Don't just stand there with your head in the clouds. Be a gold role model and drum some mercenary spirit into this gentleman. What do you want me to do? Everything should be just peachy now, right? Ripple. Hey you, private second class. My name is Ryfall. Ryfall. It's not that difficult. You must learn to address me with respect. Excuse me? Oh, here it comes. Hey, Ryfy. Wake up and smell the roses. Just who do you think you are, anyway? A prince? Most certainly not. Alright, then. Clear your ears out and listen up close. This is my board, and you are my pawns. You're expendable and easily replaceable. I can stand this absurdly no learner. Adventurer, do you deny no fault with Naja's foul attitude? She thinks she is a queen, but she is most certainly not. Obviously, you don't know beans about being a mercenary. Get out there in the mud with the boys and do your job. And next thing you could be rolling in gil instead. I have no room here for nibbling bellyachers. Find something better to do with your time than grumble and moan. Bonum, drag this poke brain adventurer to the commissions agency and have him sent off on the most hazardous task they can dig up. I refuse. I need no escort. In addition, I must attend a previous engagement. I will venture to the agency on my own time. I don't think he understands who's running this ship. But that's a Sandor for you. You. Good for nothing, son of a troll. And I was in a good mood too. Bodum, if I were you, I'd curse the luck that brought you here. Go and don't let this plot out of your sight. Always starting stuff. It's always a Sandorian starting something. It's always a Sandorian. I don't care what anyone says. It's always. Alright, so I guess we're good, right? But I guess it would be best to try and get the whatchamacallit. Right. Because we have access to it. Yeah, we now have access to the promotion. It's just... Yeah, you can get Sergeant. The only one you can't get So I guess we could just move on, right? I guess so. What now? I guess we'll just go and do this, right? Okay. G11. This is the next mission. Kagran's got cheap info, yeah. You got big gil? Got big info. Looking for something? Yeah, need big info. Oh, alright. Mercenary man, look for Elvin. With shiny armor? Shiny armor! Kinda know where it went. Maybe. Yeah, maybe not see him. Mercenary man, or like things that go clink clink. Yeah? No. Like other types of clink clinks. Trade? You'll trade with, yes. We need 1,000 gil, yeah? Fine with me. Love the sound of clink clink, yeah? Now mercenary man here. Big news. Is that shiny armor man then? Really? I just spent 1,000 gil just to turn around and be like, oh, there he is. It's like, oh, you are the adventurer I met in the Salahim Sentinels. Surely you did not track me down at the behest of that foul-mouthed feline. Perhaps you are here in search of information as well. Well, the particulars are not important. What matters is that we are both foreigners here. Have you not noticed anything suspicious about this place? They recruit mercenaries with what approaches desperation and are surrounded by fiends more bloodthirsty than the most savage orc. And yet the Grand Empire. This Grand Empire has such a small standing army. The more I investigate, the more I encounter the strangest things. Strange? You want to hear strange? Oh. Kagran knows something strange. What's this? Well, out with it then. Shiny elven is scary. But it's okay, everyone here knows this strange thing. Tell you without clink clink. You know, forget kinda, yeah? Most strange thing in Alzabai is the astral candy sense. All who come to Alzaban wants to see this thing. The astral condensance? Yes, the astral candy sense. No, not big. And shiny elven armor. So yeah, you know. I have heard of this object. An acquaintance of mine made some mention. It's spinning, always spinning. Spinning. Very pretty, yeah. This warrants further investigation. Shiny elven, don't forget kind Kakaral. You'll learn big info next time you bring Twinkling. Shiny, shiny, yeah. Never forget shiny, shiny Elvin. Shiny, shiny Elvin will come back to... Aww. The temple. Ah, the spinny. That's what. Welcome to the Wallara Temple. Our doors are always open to those seeking knowledge. Why might a mercenary find himself in this place? What is this? You wish to obtain permission to gaze upon the astral condensats within the Hall of Binding? I applaud your scholarly curiosity, and I would assist you in the endeavor if I could. However, I must regret to inform you that entry into the hall is forbidden by the servant generals for all but the servants of Wallara. Even the Empress herself is not above this law. Excuse me? Now that sounds concerning. I'm afraid I cannot help you. I grow weary of these refusals. Oh dear, oh dear. My good knight. Former knight. I have forsaken my knightly vows and joined the mercenary ranks. But that is beside the point. There is something I wish I would ask, servant of Wallara. I will endeavor to answer any questions should it be within my power. Is it not the Wallara's philosophy from the void all things are born, to the void all things return? Purported to be the fundamental lineage of existence? Yes, this is so. That if all things eventually return to the void, would it matter if that process was accelerated? Sir Ralafel, that is not the intended meeting. Sage Wallara, our former, built his philosophy around the unavoidable destiny that all of creation shares. Then I would ask you, does the astral candescence interfere with this destiny of which you speak? I shall speak plainly. My reason for answering the Emperor's call for mercenaries is simply to help stop this conflict and bring peace to the land. However, the direct cause of the conflict lies in the very object that the servants are willing to go to such great lengths to protect. I wonder if the treasure held by the city is even the object of question. How is it that the great majority of Al-Zabay's citizens know not of this? Your questions and doubts are justified. However, even the servants of Wallara do not entirely understand the nature of the astral candescence. Do you still plead ignorance? Very well, but hear my words, servant of Wallaha. If you keep on to your current path, an even greater conflict awaits to engulf you. Do not think that I, Relafel, will stand by in quiet acquiescence. You easily become the target of frustrated questioning by not unbelievers. I feel my inadequacy most cleanly when I fail to help a soul understand the teachings of Wallaha. Such trials are a part of my never-ending lessons in life. Well, in fact, there was another who came to the temple quite recently, a Yugudo monk. He was possessed of much a general mean than the Golden Knight, but his questions were much the same. No matter their agenda, the servants of this temple are always ready to welcome those who express an interest in the teachings of Wallaha. Sage Wallaha once said, I alone do not possess all the answers. Let us ponder the mysteries of the universe together. Shared knowledge is the shortest path to enlightenment. You have come all the way to the capital of a distant nation. Perhaps you should take the opportunity to share your thoughts with others. I am certain you will find the practice beneficial. I seem to recall talk of the Shurarat Tea House becoming a popular gathering place for visitors to Alzabai. Why not start your path to enlightenment there? No offense, man, but well, we know that that belief is a lie because we've seen the truth with our own eyes. Anyone who's gone through Rise of the Xylert and the other one, and also the Chains of Promethea, because those two are the we saw the truth of how how this world and creation works. When you are born from the crystal, and when you die, you return to the mother crystal, so... It's just not... the problem is, not many people sadly know about the mother crystals and such. But we met... Considering we met Promethea, and we met Altana also, which is the goddess who made Venedial and such. I do not understand. Those curs at Wadara, it is just as you described. They did nothing but mock my queries. What am I to do, Gessa? Sir Relafel, I have acquired some information. The astral wind. I hear these words often on the lips of Alzabai's citizens. The astral wind. Yes, this is the name given to the ethereal breeze that stirs the air around the astral condensate. The wind arises whenever the astral condensate is set within its plinth, creating a sweet melody of unearthly timbre. Your description makes this treasure sound more like some fairy's harp. I only repeat what was told to me by Nadi, the man in Ralar's temple. Ah, that one. When I pressed him with my suspicion that the astral condensance was the cause of these conflicts, he was not surprised in the least. It makes no sense. I cannot believe the astral condensation is worth sacrificing the lives of Alorgan's citizens. Could this tricklet be the true treasure the Empire seeks to safeguard? Please? Please. With our current meager information, we have nothing more than meaningless conjecture. We must delve further into this mystery. I beg your leave. Huh. Guess so. I would stay away from Salahim's sentinels. Well, we all have our secrets. Aren't you an employee of Salahim's sentinels? Do not tell me that, Mithra, what you have heard. Do not tell that Mithra of what you have heard here. So how much have you learned? What have you learned? I have learned of the Empire. Oh, so you knew this as well. The Empire is ruled by Nachmira the Second, the 16th Empress of the Majab dynasty. There are actually two capitals to help govern this immense nation. One in the east and one in the west. As you have probably guessed, this western capital is Al-Zabai, also known as the Imperial Capital. Okay. The spear that floats in the center of the temple is called the Gordius. In ancient past, when this Gordius was unraveled by the sage Wadarana, it is said he came to understand the fundamental principles of existence. Really? So I am not the only one who has realized. That company is where I endured the worst insults in my entire life. Well, get over it. That's it? Your secret. My secret? Explain yourself. I am not more than a mercenary who has left the life of a temple knight behind him. You are really a deadly Tataru. A musketeer leader. The prince himself. I could never be that proud and dignified. Prince China. Foolishness. I could never be compared to that. Oh, really? Okay. Just humor us a little. You have me. Tryon is it's undone. How could you have pierced my disguise? It must be your training as an adventurer. It's not hard. This goes beyond all pain. Patience. But now that you know my true identity, you shall pay the price for mocking the prince. I have a task for you. Deliver this letter to Mars Halvor. And Shito, tell him it comes from the famous sage Ryan LaFell. Future of Altana, as well as the 4 nations of Altana, depend on the safe delivery of this letter. You and no other will be personally responsible for its arrival. Failing this, and you shall never set foot in my nation's soil again. I will walk on any nation's soil if I feel like it. Mm-hmm. I could do this one real quick. All it is, this next mission is just go to Halver. So like I said, some of these are fast, some of these are slow. But at least we got some of it done. Tomorrow, I promise I'll do a lot more. Ross? No, Sand Warrior. Halver! 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 Halver, where are you? Oh, here you are. Bonum, as you are likely aware, all matters concerning the Bonum pass through me. Of course. What have we here? A letter with writing is so terrible I cannot even read that. I am the intended recipient. This carrying worms. I have seen its like before. The person who trusted you with this message. The Lord of Illegibility, as I would call him. Wow. I am certain. The letter is from the heir to the throne of Sandoria, the Prince Royal Tryon. Yeah. I am mistaken, you said. The letter was written by one Sage Ralifel. Oh, but this chocobo scratch, huh? The work of Prince Tryon. I shall prove to you. I have long attended to the prince and encountered many opportunities to decipher his unique style writing. A moment, if you will. Astral Ken, Astral Wand. Oh, this is truly atrocious. I have no doubt this letter is from Prince Tryon, but I'm afraid I cannot make out the meaning. Marquis Halver, you look troubled. Perhaps I may be of assistance. General Raya, your offer of aid is most generous, however. No need to be so humble. You have one of Tryon's indecipherable letters, do you not? How could you know? I have my sources. Some days ago, Prince Tryon abandoned the signing of some official documents. He placed a mannequin in his chair and fled the chateau in the dead of night. At least it was not a forest hare this time. This is when I had travelers here shadow the prince's movements. He has had training in the arts of the ninja. Please continue the tale, sir. Prince Tryon first made his way to Mara and passed himself off as an adventurer. Tiaratana, a member of the royal family, trapezing about as an adventurer? The court will be mortified. What's wrong with being an adventurer? From there, His Highness boarded a ferry bound for the shores of Okmogan. And then, I quickly slipped aboard as well and guarded the royal person from the shadows. The ferry safely arrived at Al-Zabah, with the prince none the wiser of my presence. After entering the city, Prince headed straight to a mercenary company and apparently signed some sort of contract. Sorry, not with his own name. This could escalate into an international crisis. There's nothing to fear on that count. His Highness travels the Empire under the assumed name of Ralafel, so no one in Al-Zabai is aware of his true identity. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, my lord. The prince is wearing a suit of gilded oil plate and is that subtle in his information gathering. He's bad. Great goddess, then he is not disguised at all. No, my lord. Come to think of it, I have seen this adventurer's face in the very same mercenary company. This letter must be the very same document I witnessed in the prince's hand at Shararat's tea house. I am wounded that Prince Tryon does not have more trust in us, his loyal subjects. I do wish he would act with a little more discretion. That is a matter we shall discuss anon. First, we must learn the reason for Prince Tryon's seemingly frequent trips to the nation of At-Ugan. What is the current state of the Near East? Is the prince in any danger? Do not be concerned. I am sure that travelers have learned much from following the prince. Please enlighten us. Sir, Prince Tryon investigated the following facts. 4 years ago, Jazan, the former emperor of At-Ugan, and his wife both succumbed to the same illness. Yes, I remember. The kingdom of Sandoria sent her condolences. The illness was quite virulent, as they get called. The beastmen who dwell on the western borders of the nation use this as an opportunity to cease offering tributes. Huh. What more would you expect from those savages? Though the Emperor's long war with the eastern nation was at a stalemate, they could not afford to grow complacent. The main body of the Imperial army remained focused on the east. Meanwhile, the beastmen of the Mamoja savage lands in Hava territory unfurled a banner of rebellion on the abandoned western front. It was not long before they were joined by an army known as the Undead Swarm. The military might of Sandoria is fully occupied with the Orcish horde alone. If it were 3 separate armies, even a mighty nation like Alt-Organ must flounder. Of a certain, sir, the capital itself has recently been the target of beastman invasions. Altja now finds herself without the resources to even repair the walls of Alzaba. No matter how impressive our swordsman the child is, we cannot allow him to remain in such a dangerous place. I must take this matter up with those responsible for protecting the royal household. Bring me General Corellia. Yeah. This is not what I expected this scene to be. General Corellia, it appears a member of the Royal Knights has managed to track down the location of our wayward prince. And where, pray tell, would that be? The Empire of Octorgan. The nation recruiting mercenaries? Yeah. Then it stands to reason that the Temple Knights should stand little chance of finding the prince. I seem to recall ordering you to take measures that would prevent this sort of thing from happening again. Am I mistaken? No, Monitors. However, I have been derelict in my duties. It is good that you recognize your failing. But you should be made to take responsibility for this situation. Yes, my lord. Forgive my directness, but I feel I must ask. Why would Prince Tryon travel to such a distant land? Does he feel so strongly about the Empire? When Tryon visited Al-Zabai once before, when the Emperor was yet hale and healthy. The incident that occurred is most likely connected to all this. Bottles apparently examined it in a cutscene. However, now is not the time to be telling tales of the past. This matter has grown beyond the realm of our judgment. You must bring this letter to Prince Pedro immediately. Prince Pedro? Where's all this commotion? What is happening? How like Tryon to rush off without ever so much as a word. He has earned a reputation for action before thought. Your Highness, this is the letter we believe to have been penned by your brother. Travelers may have provided enough keys to unlock this rambling script. This may require some time. There's no need to convene a meeting of linguistics, however. Let me see this letter. This time my brother's actions may have a positive side. He writes on the current state of the Empire. We must turn our attention to the Near East, where a battle on the scale of the Crystal War is brewing. What on Venedio is happening over there? There is an overwhelming reason for the Beastmen attacks on Al-Zabai. I will read what my brother has written word for word. At the center of this conflict is a treasure known as the Astral Condensate. This object emits an enchanting melody unheard by mortal ears. The melody envelops and fills those nearby with a boundless energy, be they person or beastmen. The citizens of Al-Zabai call this melody the Astral Wind. I believe I have come to understand Prince Tryon's apprehensions. You are not alone in that feeling. Then we are in agreement. However, have messengers sent to the other nations immediately. We must convene an emergency meeting of the nations. Understood, Your Highness. And the location? The location. Send a request to Geruno. Geruno, to secure a meeting room in the Grand Duke Palace. At once, Prince Persia. What shall be done about Prince Tryon's frequent excursions outside of the kingdom? I do not wish to be rude, but we are well aware of how the prince reacts to attempts to dissuade him from his course. That is true. Having the heir to the throne playing at being a mercenary would not improve Sandorian's image in the eyes of the world. But the situation is simple. I shall write my brother a letter. A letter, Your Highness? Yes, I have an idea. But I shall need a volunteer to deliver it safely. I suggest Travelers. He is well versed in the geography of the region. Excellent. Let it be done. I'm just standing there. I will not fail you, Your Highness. I'm still here! Your Highness, this is Bonham. He brought Prince Tryon's letter back from the Near East. Is that so? I do not approve of my brother's rash actions. But he does have an eye for trustworthy messengers, Bonham. I'm sure you are exhausted from your long journey, but your presence will be required at the meeting in Geruno. We may have need of your testimony. Bonham, arrangements for the meetings will be made in all haste. Make your way to Geruno as soon as your preparations are complete. And there you go. It's another easy one. Just go to Geruno. I never thought the situation to be this grave. And that's it for now. Sorry if it's short, but hey, we did over pretty much almost 5 hours. But I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop here. So yeah, tomorrow we will continue. Oh, excuse me. But I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna, yeah, I'm gonna take an hour break. And then I'm gonna set up um I'm gonna set up for the game that I'm gonna be playing during the weekend at night. It'll be interesting. I'm actually kind of scared to actually do the game, because I mean, there's nothing. It's not a horror game or anything. It's just, yeah, I'm afraid of the outcome that's gonna happen. You'll see.